Dream big, sparkle bright and shine more. With this thought, I welcome you all in this video, which is for class 2 students. Today's lesson is from English Junction, chapter 3, Ant Friends. But before we move on to the lesson, I would like to tell you some fun facts about ants. Ants are the largest living insects. There are 12,000 species of ants all over the world. An ant can lift 20 to 50 times its own body weight. So get ready with your English Junction book and read along with me. So here we go. Class 2 English Junction, Chapter 3, Ant Friends. In the morning, Tony was all alone. Tony played with his friends after lunch every day. But it was only 10 in the morning now. "Please, can I go out to play, Mother?" said Tony. "Yes, you can, Tony. I will call you when it is lunchtime," said Mother. So he went out in the garden to play. Tony loved the garden. He loved to look at the colorful flowers and fruits on the trees. He loved to play with the bundles of sticks, dry leaves, and an old tin pail. But today, he also found something else. He saw an old broken log in a corner of the garden. A line of shiny black ants marched up and down this log. Tony bent down and said, "Hello, I'm Tony. I'm glad to see you." The ants nodded their heads. Were they glad to see him too? Tony watched them. What are they doing? Where are they going? He wondered. He looked carefully at an ant. It was carrying some food in its mouth. The other ants went under the log and put the food there. Then they came out again to get more food. They moved to one side to let others pass. They worked together and carried big pieces of food. They went up and down, but they never stopped to rest. Tony watched the ants for a long time. Then he heard his mother calling him. "Time for lunch, Tony." It was noon already. He was feeling very hungry. So he jumped up and said, "Goodbye, I will see you tomorrow morning." His ants friends nodded their heads but did not talk because they were still busy marching up and down. That day, Tony learned an important lesson: to always work hard and work together as a team. Now come to the word meaning of this lesson. Alone, without anyone else. Pail, bucket. Let others pass, to let other ant go past. Noon, 12 o'clock in the day. Log, a thick piece of wood put from a tree. Marched, walked like soldiers. Glad, very happy. Nodded, moved their heads up and down. Wondered, thought. Carefully, closely. Students, will write this word meaning in your copy. Now students, come to question and answers. Question number 1. What did Tony do after lunch every day? Tony played with his friends after lunch every day. Number 2. What did Tony play with in the garden? Answer. Tony played with a bundle of sticks, dry leaves, and an old tin pail in his garden. Number 3. What did Tony see on the log? Answer. Tony saw a line of shiny black ants marching up and down the log. Question number 4. How were the ants carrying the big pieces of food? The ants were carrying the big pieces of food in their mouth. 5th. When did Tony finally say goodbye to the ants? When Mother had called him for lunch, he said goodbye. Number 6. What was the lesson he learned from the ants? Answer. Tony learned an important lesson: to always work hard and work together as a team. Now come to exercise B, that is tick the correct answer. Number 1. Tony went to the garden to spend some time there. Option B. 2. Tony watched the ants marching up and down the log. Option A. 3rd. The ants were carrying heavy things in their mouth. That is option C. Now students, come to grammar section. Use of a and an. A and an are used to show one person, place, animal or thing. We use an before the words that begin with vowel sound, that is A, E, I, O, U. For example, an apple, an umbrella. We use A with the consonants. For example, a pen, a house. Now come to page number 22, exercise A. Look at the clues and answer the following. First one had been done for you, so we will move to question number 2. Number 2, what does Jaya have for breakfast? Option is sandwich. Jaya has a sandwich for breakfast. Number 3, what does Ruhi have for breakfast? Option is orange. Answer, Ruhi has an orange for breakfast. Number 4, what does Varun have for breakfast? Option is biscuit. Varun has a biscuit for breakfast. Now come to page number 22. Exercise B. Circle the correct word in each sentences. Here you have to circle the correct word. Okay. Use A for the consonant and use an for the vowel sound. First one has been done for you. Second, I have a colorful pencil. Third, is this an empty bottle? Fourth, do you have a camera? Fifth, Smriti is an intelligent girl. Sixth, an owl can see in the dark. Now come to page number 23, that is vocabulary. You have to complete the sentences with the correct words from the box. First one has been done, so we'll move to second one. Can you see my pencil anywhere? I cannot find it. Third, children, turn to page 32 and look at the colorful picture. Fourth, I can see a blue building from the roof. Fifth, class, please look at the blackboard. Now the same page number 23, come to the writing section. This is what Vikram does every morning. Write a sentence about each picture in your notebook. You have to see the picture and make a sentence. The answer is as follows. Vikram wakes up at 6:45. He brushes his teeth at 7 o'clock. He gets ready at 7:30. He eats his breakfast at 8 o'clock. He goes to school at 8:30. You have to do this in your English copy. Now page number 24, dictionary work. You can see the picture. Number 1 is field. A piece of ground usually with a fence or a wall around it used to grow food. Second picture is of meadow, a field of grass. Third one is garden, which we all have in our house, a place around a house or on the road where plants and flowers are grown. Number 4 is forest, an area where a lot of trees grow thickly together. Now it's a homework. Read the lesson once, write and learn the word meaning and question and answers. Make sentences with these words. Field, forest, meadow, garden. Do page 23 writing section in copy. That's all students. Take care of yourself. Goodbye. Thank you for your listening.